video, I'd like to ask you to make a special commitment to yourself, to be fully present with me for the next 20 minutes, because at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an opportunity to step into a greater love, peace, happiness, beauty, and fulfillment. But before this can really land for you, I'd like to tell you what keeps most people stuck. That's
Stop pointing me! Point me! Opa!
What does it mean to you to face your fears?
It's life.
Fear. Probably the most debilitating of all emotions. It keeps us from truly living, from realizing all that we are here to know, be, and express. I've never felt more free in my life. And I think that is true. Whenever we face our fears. You've just seen a little snippet from our module on facing our fears, living a fearless life. And yes, we do in this program travel the world. We travel the globe, stepping into a whole new way of living, more expansive and joyful and adventurous than you've probably ever imagined was possible. But the first thing we have to do, we have to overcome our fear. You see, I've found as I have traveled the world teaching these ideas that the number one fear between us and living the life of our dreams and living from our soul, as crazy as it sounds, is a fear of our own potential, a fear of our own greatness. That's what lies between us oftentimes in living the life of our dreams and living the life of regrets. If you choose to step into this program, then I know you've already conquered that fear. I know you're ready to recreate every aspect of your life, from your finances to your personal health, your relationships, your environment, to creating a more supportive environment in every way, shape, and form. You're ready to do this. Have you ever wanted to have a redo? Hit the reset button, go back in time and do something differently than you did? We've all had this experience. I know we have. It's like, if I could just go back, if I could just redo this, I would do it differently. We've all felt that before. But here's the thing that most people don't understand. We can do this. If you're still alive, and I know you are, then it's not too late to hit the reset button. It's not too late to recreate our life, to experience more joy, more peace, and more happiness than we ever dreamed was possible. And that's what we all want. It is what we all want. But there's a challenge. There's an obstacle between us and truly experiencing this joy and this happiness that is all of our rights in this life. It's the point of life, to experience that meaningfulness through which happiness comes. And there's a lot of things I could talk about, but the number one thing, it's our own paradigm. It's the indoctrination into our own culture that often keeps us from experiencing this happiness. As a member of Western society, you and I are told 3,000 times a day that more is better. And we're told that something is missing. And if we could just get that something, have that something, then we'll be happy, then we'll be fulfilled. And so we spend our days spending our money, our time, our energy, and giving our effort to someone else's agenda, to what someone else is telling us we should be doing with our life, instead of just simply listening to our heart, listening to our soul, and following those dreams. In this program, what we do is we start listening to our heart again. We start allowing our heart and our soul to lead us. And from there, from that place, true happiness is right at hand. You see, my mission is to bring what I call the 3 LPs to the world. The 3 LPs. I can't take credit for them. All I can take credit for is listening. Because as I have traveled around the world for the last 20 years teaching, I've been listening to what's on everyone's heart and what's on everyone's mind, and I have been able to boil it down to these three things, the three LPs. Live your passion, love your people, and lift the planet. Everywhere I go, everyone I know wants to experience, do, and be a part of these three things. Live their passion, love their people, and lift the planet. It's like we don't even have a choice, I believe. This is what's calling in all of our hearts. This is the next stage in human evolution. We want it more than any other time in human history. We want to live our passion. We want to give our gift to the world. We want to come from our heart, come from our soul, and be a part of a change. We want to live from that space. It's not just a want, you see. In my opinion, my observation, it's what's up. It's a must. It's what will help create transformation in the world, is each of us giving our gift. Number two, live our passion, love our people. Number two, we don't have a choice in this area, in any of these areas, but we're being called to a deeper intimacy than humanity has ever known in history. Because we are at more choice than we've ever been in every area of life, and that choice is giving us the ability to choose a deeper intimacy. We either go deeper or we're out. It's the next stage in evolution. And finally, lift the planet. Lift the planet. Everywhere I go, everyone I know is feeling this moving in their heart. We all want to make the world, leave the world, a better place than we found it for our children's children's children. We want to leave a legacy behind that we can feel proud of. And these three things, they all dance together as one, you see. They work together as one. And I've taken it as my mission to midwife into consciousness the three LPs. Live your passion, love your people, lift the planet. But the question was how? As I travel the world speaking in front of groups of people for a few hours, giving this information, the Tchotchke Life Challenge, the three LPs and how they work together, people get so fired up and excited. They are ready. They're ready for transformation. They're ready for change. Like they can feel it in their heart, moving in their very being. But then, after those few hours up, and I'm on a plane onto my next city, guess what happens? Our greatest asset and our greatest enemy starts creeping in. Time. Time. Too much time in between moments of clarity and insight, and that inspiration is gone. We all know this is true. And so what I knew I needed to do was somehow bridge that gap and close the time in between clarity and inspiration. I needed to find a way. And if I could close that gap of too much time and fill the time with inspiration and clarity and insights, then we would have the information to create transformation and the time to do the work. I realized that the people in the workshop that I just gave somewhere in some city, what they needed was for me to come home with them. Not to get on another plane and go to another city and do another workshop, but for me to actually come home with them and keep the fire lit in their heart over time. But how could I do that with hundreds and thousands of people? That's when I realized the solution was to create a comprehensive coaching program where I lead you step by step into a new you, into a new life. A life where you flick away stress with the greatest of ease, where your environment in every way lifts you up and supports you in living your dreams. A life where you feel truly connected and cherished by all the people that you love. A life where you're seen by your family, your friends, and your coworkers as a bona fide respected leader. A life where every day when you wake up and you look in the mirror, you truly love the person looking back at you. I lead you into this incredibly satisfying life with over 40 coaching video lessons. Now, I think of them as adventures because they really are. And you can experience these in the comfort of your own home. I call this the Tchotchke Life Challenge course. I got possessed. That's what I do. I get possessed. When I get my mind around an idea, it's like, oh man, this is what I'm gonna do. And I will stop at nothing to create the greatest thing I possibly can. the most fun, the most joyful, and that's what I've done. And now, with this program, I can come and hang out with you. And it's a blast to feel and experience the transformation, to create a new life. I'm with you every step of the way, taking challenges, rethinking everything that we thought we knew, getting in touch with our heart and our soul. And I'm so sure that this program will create a transformation, a shift in your life that I guarantee it, money back guarantee on your word. I do this with everything I do, and no one has ever taken me up on it because they always feel it's been way worth the money. But here's your part of that agreement. All you have to do is do the exercises, take the challenges that I lay out for you, and all of the journaling. Do all the challenges, do all the journaling, and then if for some reason you think it has not had a huge impact, all you have to do is email me and I'll give you your money back. But that's how sure I am this is not going to happen. I'm just sure of it. In the first module, you see what actually happened to me to bring about these teachings, and then we sit down together and we create your life. We make a blueprint for what you wish to experience, have, do, and be for the rest of your life. This is a huge, huge moment. And this is the crux of the whole program. It's from this place that we launch into the creation of your new life. And then we step into the power of the sacred shelf. And that when our sacred shelf is overloaded, we begin to experience stress and overload and tension in every area of our life, and the importance of taking care of that sacred shelf. In one module, we step deeply into the power of gratitude, and in another one, the power of compassion, and how these two things help us live and stay connected to our heart and to our soul in all aspects of life. We also make the connection that everything, without exception, is a kind of storage space. Everything. And getting this changes everything. Our home is a storage space. We store things in our home. In our environment, we store things in our environment. Our body is a storage space of several things, precious things of the body. And maybe the most critical and precious and profound storage space that exists, our mind. Because what we allow into our mind, bang, kapow, creates our experience of our reality. We take an adventure to the mountains of Belize, where we explore a Mayan ruin and discover that the Mayans actually knew that tchotchke would be the greatest obstacle between us and living the 3 LPs. They knew this thousands of years ago. We also take a look at the insanity that is packaging. After our experience in the mountains of Belize, we come to the end of the first section of our adventure, which I call the philosophy. We understand the general ideas of these teachings by this point, and so then we move into the second section called things. We take a close look at the things in our life, the physical things in our life, and get a deeper understanding than we ever had before that the things in our life affect our state of mind. They're all connected. They affect our emotional state of being. And so we do the work, the literal work of decluttering our lives, of getting rid of anything and everything in the physical world that does not support our soul's purpose. And we feel that freedom, and we do that work. We take a trip to an orphanage in Zimbabwe, where we learn that our only purpose is love, and our only employer is love. You will actually join me at this orphanage in Zimbabwe. We also, in this section on things, interestingly enough, we also take a look at what I call the soul of relationship. Because in ways that you've probably never been aware of, the things in our life actually affect our relationships, our romantic relationships and our friendships. You want to create more harmony in your relationships in your life? You don't want to miss that one. In this third section, we delve into the storage space we call the body. What a precious storage space it is. And we learn what is food and what is not food. We also take a close look at this idea, what you resist persists. And we discover that one of the biggest obstacles between us and having a healthy body is the fact that a part of our mind is stuck in the past, the old ancient amygdala part of our mind. There's this fourth section. We delve into this most profound and miraculous storage space called the mind. We look at things like technology and how we abuse technology. It actually takes away from our intelligence. And time wasters like too much television and gaming and how this numbs our brain, and we look at ways to create more balance. We also take a close look at this idea that our thoughts create our reality. I believe you will discover some things here you've probably never, ever considered. And we attack the onslaught of information, the information overload, what I call informachki. How to deal with it, how to work with it, so that we can free up more time and energy to work with those three most precious things, the 3 LPs. In the 5th and final section, we explore the soul, this most ethereal part of our being, which is closely related to our emotional state of being. At one point, our adventure takes us unexpectedly into the heart of an almost invisible village in the middle of Africa. It's beyond words. It's so soulful. It's a game-changing experience. We meet the ghost of unwanted gifts, past, present, and future. And we get to the soulful purpose and the soulful connection in gift giving. We also realize that everything is a simple matter of cause and effect. And that when we're aware of this, we can create a new cause out of our life to bring about the desired effect. We do some work also at eliminating the people in our lives that are not supporting our soul. And finally, we work directly with eliminating negative emotions, blame, shame, guilt, and things like grudges. This really is the most comprehensive transformational program of its kind around. It's a combination of my book, The Tchotchke Challenge, and my 2 up-and-coming books, The 3 LPs and The Incredible Truth. It's all these things and even more. Now, I love to read. I read all the time. It's great for this storage space called the brain. It's exercise for the brain. And of course, it's thought-provoking. But when you're talking about books that are designed to create real change, to create transformation, that give us ideas to implement into our lives, we all know there's something missing. We know it. This is the something missing. This takes the ideas, brings them into our life, and brings them alive in our heart, our mind, our soul, our life, our relationships, our environment, everything. So I hope what you'll do is read my book, The Tchotchke Challenge, and take this life challenge at the same time. They will complement each other. There are a lot of programs on the web that are designed to help create transformation. A lot of really good programs that cost $2,000, $3,000. Well, this program, it's one of those programs. It is. It has that value to it. It has that value. But I want to get this to the world. This is important to me. This is like, I think it matters. I think it matters not just to each and every one of us as an individual, but there is a change, a shift that needs to happen in the world today. I believe this with all my heart. This is what I'm about. I want to see the change. I want to experience the change. I want to be a part of the change. And it's happening. It's happening. The letters, the emails, the phone calls are coming from people. The ripple effects that are happening from this work, from the transformation that is occurring. But I want to get this to the world. I want to empower the world to live the 3 LPs, to release and let go of everything that is not supporting the soul of humanity, so that each and every one of us, as individuals and as one humanity, can rise above the challenges, the issues of the day, and usher in a whole new way of being and seeing the world. And so I implore you, don't allow procrastination and excuses to create your future. Your life is the greatest miracle in the universe. Your time is the tool in which to create the miracle out of your life. You can be living an entirely different life, a whole new life in every area, but it's in your hands. I can't make you do this, but it's right there. A shift, a change, a transformation. So here's what will happen after you push the add to cart button. The adventure begins. You will receive over 40 coaching video programs with me. I think of them as adventures because they are. They will arrive in your email. You'll get a notification. Your next adventure has arrived. And all you have to do is log in and we're off and running. And with each adventure comes also a journal page. And you simply print it right out of your computer. It'll come with the email. You print out that journal page, watch the experience, have the experience, fill in the journal. This helps implement it into your life. And at that point, you'll be experiencing a new life. And right now we're offering this entire year-long life coaching program for just $79. That's barely over $1.50 per coaching program. It's never been offered this low before, ever, but I've got some new material that I can't wait to get to the world, and I would love your feedback. Push the add to cart button now and let's get started, or give me a call, 503-709-3201. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And so I truly hope that you will choose to take this adventure with me. Push the add to cart button and I'll see you very soon. Peace and joy to you, my friend. I've never felt more free in my life. And I think that is true. Whenever we face our fears,